Okay. So 1/5 times x equals 2 over 7, right? Man, if we read this like a question, 1/5 times what is 2/7? I'm totally confused. I have absolutely no idea. I can't figure that out in my head. No way, no chance. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write it out. This isn't like, I'm not teaching you step by step how to do this. I'm kind of teaching you the idea so that when you get stuck, you can get yourself unstuck. So, Krista, this says 1/5. That's not 1 minus fifth, right? It's 1/5 times what is 2, whoa, sevenths. And it's a question, right? So we have to figure out what? Right? I mean, that's what we have to find out. We have to figure out what is that number, right? Ivan, we good? Okay. So we have to use inverse operations. There's only one step, so it's not so difficult. We don't have to like worry about which to do first. There's only one thing. In order to be done, well, wait a minute. That reminds me, we had that question yesterday. How do you know when you're done?
You plug it in.
No, that's how you know if you're right, when you check it. How do you know when you're done? Do you know, Alexa?
Variable by itself. Yeah.
When it says like, when the variable is by itself, when it says x equals a number, that's when you're done. Right. So what we need to do is we need to get this so it says x equals some number, right? And the thing that's keeping x from being by itself is 1/5, right? This is what's keeping x from being by itself. And the thing that the 1/5 is doing to the x is it's multiplying, right? And so we need that to just be a 1 times x. So how do I turn 1/5 into 1? Dang, that's the trick, right? Wait, what's the opposite of times 1/5? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? Nobody knows. What's the opposite of times 1/5? Luis, save us, please. We're dying here. What's the opposite of times 1/5? Divided by 1/5? Oh. Opposite of, okay, so the opposite of times 1/5 is dividing by 1/5. Okay. So I could just do like, oh man, divided by 1/5 and divided by 1/5, like that? Yes, Krista? So I would multiply by the reciprocal. So I don't want to write this way. So the same thing as dividing by 1/5 is same as multiply by 5 over 1. That's what we want to do. That's going to make life easy, right? Times 5 over 1. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm not going to write that. I'm going to write times 5 over 1. And I'm going to write times 5 over 1. Like that? Okay. So I'm going to rewrite it because I already put boxes around this and I got all kinds of ugliness and I want it to be nice and neat so you guys can see. Well, hello, Valeria. What's going on with you? Huh? Slept in. Wow. That's interesting. Okay. So I just rewrote it so it'd be a little cleaner. My question for you is, what happens with this? Tell us, Alyssa. It becomes 1, right? Because 5 times 1/5 is just 1. So that's just 1. So it's 1 times x equals what? What's this equal? Ryan, what's this whole thing right here? What's that equal? Ten over 7. You didn't really need to write it down, did you? Yeah, after you see it, it's like, oh, that's just 10 over 7. So our answer is x equals 10 over 7. Is it wrong if you write the 1 right there, Hazel? I don't know, is it? It's just 1x, so it doesn't matter. You could write the 1 or you don't have to. It doesn't matter, right? It's the same. So I think that's our answer. Josh, how do we know if we're right? plug it in. So let's check it, shall we? Let's check it. So our answer was 1/5 times x equals 2 over 7. And we're saying that our answer is 10 over 7. If we're right, this will equal 2/7. Oh no, Maricela, does it? Does this 1/5 times 10/7 equal 2/7? No? Because why? What does this equal then? 35? Then that's not, wait, that can't be reduced? Oh, could you reduce before you multiply? You should always reduce before you multiply. 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 10 two times, that's 2 over 7. You could reduce this one by 5, and you get 2. You reduce that by 5, you get 7. 2/7 equals 2/7. Get you some of that. That's what that's saying. Get you some of that. Yeah. Okay. Jasmine, do you see how that one works now? Yeah? Okay. Thank you for asking.